I know.
Go to Miami Beach and report on how hot it is.
And
That's
go in the
tough.
water and tell us how warm it is.
Yeah,
Exactly.
how nice does that
What
feel?
is that?
Boy, these jobs.
And we're here.
We could do that here with Lake Erie if we wanted to, but I just think it'd be a different
I'll send
tone.
Russ.
It'd be a different tone, yeah, for sure.
Wow. Thanks, pal.
Yeah, no problem.
Right. I'll drive you, Russ. You know, crazy weather across the country, though. And it's all because of this one system, this one giant storm system. When you get a strong low, it pulls warm air up and it pulls cold air down, and all that mixing is just creating quite the contrast from north to south. This is what the system looks like right now. It's really in two waves. That's what I've been telling you all week. There's really two waves to this. The first one has all the moisture. That's what we dealt with today. We had the temperatures that got down below freezing last night. We threw rain on top of that with warm air aloft, and we had some of that ice. But you notice all of it rain now, but all this moisture is now heading on out with wave number one. Wave number two back here, this created blizzard conditions in the Sierra Nevadas. This is down in Southern California, the mountain chain right here. First time National Weather Service in LA has issued a blizzard warning in many years for the mountains. They were talking anywhere from 30 to 60 inches of snow with 60-mile-per-hour wind on top of that. And that's phase number two of this system. There's all sorts of warnings and watches. We've been showing these last couple of nights. It's just that impressive. Winter storm and blizzard warnings still off towards the north. This is for wind chill warnings. Montana, they can handle it, right? This is bitter cold from there as that air continues to spill down and then still dealing with the snow out west. For us here locally, we just missed an ice storm. I told you areas of southern Michigan are dealing with some serious ice right now. That extends up into New York. It just kept going and going. Ours kind of ended today as we warmed up, and we fall in a nice place on the weather map, relatively speaking. That last wave of rain kind of moving through here now. Still a little mixing out towards the east. No ice expected with that. We saw a lot of the ice accretion on the limbs of trees today because those stayed below freezing. Our surfaces got to about 33, 34 during the day, so that helped save us. And obviously road salt worked as well where it stayed. But tonight we're dealing with system one. Here's system two, though. Doesn't look like much, but there is an area of low pressure coming out. We're not going to get any precip from system number two. It's more of a temperature story tomorrow. And what a story it is. We're still in the 70s down towards the south. Look at Pierre right now, -4. This cold air is digging south into this system. You can kind of see how it spills up. But we don't have a whole lot of cold air, at least in the near future tomorrow, as we're continuing to warm this air mass. Temperatures up some 10 to 20 degrees. Look at the downfall, though. Denver, 40 degrees colder right now than where they were 24 hours ago. What a change. And locally, we're seeing our high temperatures right now as we get that first little push in here. Still staying cool along the lakefront. This warm front did not make it as far north as models were saying. So we're going to stay in the 40s as we get into the morning hours tomorrow. Down south, we'll be in the 30s near the lakeshore. Leftover shower, but we're talking dry conditions for much of the day tomorrow. National Zymarn hour by our forecast showing that cooler air finally coming back in. So tomorrow morning, you won't notice that it was warm right now outside if you're heading to bed. But watch this rebound. This is wave two coming in with a nice south breeze tomorrow. We'll have a lot of clouds around. We will peek out some sunshine from time to time. But look at temperatures. I think mid-60s down towards the south, maybe flirting with 70 down in New Philly. Does it get all the way up to the lakefront? It's going to be really tough to get the 60s up here. I think we can do it, but overall it is going to be cooler near the lake than it will be inland tomorrow, but a beautiful spring-like day tomorrow. Not expecting any rain. As we go throughout the evening, we get that cold air starting to sink in, so by 11 o'clock we're back into the 30s, and then much like we've done 2 weeks in a row, we'll have a third week where our Friday's cold with some snow showers around here. How about that? Where do we go from there? Well, system one exits. Next storm I'm watching arrives next Monday. This is a very similar looking system, not quite as dramatic, but lots of wind and rain with this on Monday. We're on the warm side of things. Do we get a little snow on the backside? Perhaps. The system to watch is going to be later next week. This is next Friday into Saturday. This one looks a little bit more interesting because we're a little closer to the snow and it takes a little bit further south track. In terms of the snow, look at that. A measly 17 inches so far this year. We average almost 50 by now. The lowest snowy season for Cleveland, 31 inches. Are we going to make a run at that? Boy, we are certainly in the running for the least snow for a winter in Cleveland in recorded history. Union Home Mortgage 7-day forecast, 28 on Friday. Weekend looks good at this point. Perhaps some snow showers Saturday. And there's your up and down temps once again next week as this crazy late winter continues. Russ?
March doesn't look like it's coming in like a lion, though, which I guess is interesting.
Yeah, well, it depends on when that system hits. But yeah, for right now, it's like a tame lion, so we're good.
All right. Thank you, Matt.